Hey everyone, this is Miss O. Let's talk about that one community that benefits most from the LGBT agenda. And it isn't the gays, lesbians, bisexuals, or transgender. It is the international business community known as Big Pharma, including insurers. When we say today that having HIV is not a death sentence, what we actually mean is it is a disease you can live with for a fairly extended period of time, as long as you continuously take a cocktail of expensive medicines. There is no cure for HIV, just a way to delay its lethality, and it is extremely costly. For business, the LGBT agenda is a matter of dollars and cents, and promoting and normalizing the gay lifestyle is obviously a profitable business plan. Part of this also means normalizing HIV so that society, including the gay community, are no longer alarmed by it. We are already more or less at that point. With the introduction of medications like PrEP, many in the gay community no longer feel that HIV is even a threat anymore, as long as they have affordable access to that drug. I have had many in the LGBT people tell me that they think that it should be free, as if it's not entirely in their power to prevent the spread of HIV without medication. Now, it is to be expected that the big pharmaceutical industry will work, either through their funding of LGBT advocacy groups or otherwise, to convince Singapore to repeal 377A, to open the gateway to further legislation to normalize gay sex. Because let's be frank, because that will create more customers for their anti-HIV drugs. No serious person believes that repeal will reduce HIV infections. Normalization has not had that effect anywhere. The ideal scenario for Big Pharma is for the LGBT community to regard HIV as an inevitability, which they should just accept and not do anything to avoid. And again, we are basically at that point already. But this is not in the financial interests of Singapore, certainly not at the expense of public health. Any entanglement with foreign drug companies, such as government subsidy for PrEP, while new HIV cases spiral out of control after the repeal of 377A, will create a dangerous and expensive dependency which Singapore must avoid. There is no acceptable reasons why individuals should not themselves bear the cost of their treatment for an avoidable illness. It is highly irresponsible for the LGBT community to pretend that for some mysterious reason 377A is the cause of their promiscuity, open relationships, and unsafe sex. The LGBT movement is one of the most highly funded movements around, and a lot of that money is connected to Big Pharma. But Singapore is too small to afford collusion with foreign companies at the cost of public health. The way the LGBT agenda has played out in other countries is not how it would play out in Singapore. Because Singapore is unlike any other country. Our government has to be careful and practical every step of the way to secure a stable future. And we will not be ideologically blackmailed into making bad policies just to appease a tiny minority with no real investment in our collective future. Miss O, until next time.